Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Norat Bello and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm a Nigerian content creator living in the city of Saskatoon in the province of Saskatchewan, Canada. And every week I post useful and educative content on my channel, and this is wrapped around my lifestyle and experiences I've moved to Canada, and most especially how you and your family can move to Canada through the work visa and live and work as permanent resident. And as you've already seen the thumbnail, which is about how you and your family can move to Canada through the Agri-Food pilot program 2024. So if you are a butcher, a meat cutter, livestock worker, or you work in the food and beverages industry, let's just say everything around agriculture industry as a whole, then this video is for you. The Canadian government plans to welcome over 2,000 international workers through the Agri-Food pilot program alongside with your family this 2024. So if I were you, I would sit back and relax and watch this video to the very end, as I'll be explaining in details everything you need to know about the Agri-Food Immigration Pilot Program 2024 and how you can apply. Before diving into the video, I want to say a big thank you to all my returning subscribers. Thank you for all your unadulterated and all undiluted love. You guys are the best. And if you're new on my channel, I'll encourage that you join this community, and you are definitely going to be getting updates on job opportunities, job postings, and how you can apply to different opportunities that are open here in Canada. And I will encourage that you subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So, the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada has begun to receive application from international applicants who are interested in coming into Canada through the Agri-Food Immigration Pilot Program alongside with their family to work and eventually settle as permanent residents of Canada. This program was launched back in the year 2020 and was supposed to run for 3 years. And now the program has been extended to May 2025, and the program plans to welcome over 2,000 foreign workers in the year 2024 only. So if you're interested in coming to Canada through this program, then I would encourage that you start sending your application as soon as possible. So this program allows Canadian employers that are in the agri-food sector to employ and retain both the local and international skilled workers by providing them a route to permanent residence of Canada. Before now, workers have had to rely on short-term work permit or seasonal work permit to find employment in Canada. But now the game has changed. So now workers can come over to Canada and live and work for as long as they want, and eventually transition into permanent residence with their family through this program. So now let's talk about the occupations that are included in the Agri-Food Pilot Program. There are 3 main agri-based industries that qualify through this program, and these are meat product manufacturing. The second is greenhouse, floriculture production, as well as mushroom production. And the third is animal production, which is not including aquaculture. I'm going to leave a link in the description box where you can learn more about this program. So now the occupations under the meat production manufacturing industry are industrial butcher, retail butcher, meat cutter, food processing laborer, as well as supervisors. And there are many, like countless of occupations that you can find under this industry. And the occupation that you can apply through under the greenhouse, floriculture, or mushroom production are general farm workers, farm supervisors, as well as specialized livestock workers. All of these are going to be in the link that I'll be posting in the description box, so please endeavor to check them out. Also note that all occupations have their specific NOC code, which is the National Occupation Classification. If you are a skilled worker and you're already in Canada and you have experience in any of the occupations that I've mentioned, then you can apply for your permanent resident through the Agri-Food Pilot Program. So now, before diving into the eligibility criteria to apply, I would like to quickly highlight 2 exciting changes that makes this program exceptional. So the first is that there is flexibility in eligibility criteria. Now let me break this down. This simply means that applicants that are already residing in Canada has 2 options of meeting the eligibility criteria, and this could be in terms of the job offer or the educational requirement. Now, what does this mean? So in this case, if you live in Canada and do not have a prior work experience to any of the aforementioned occupations, and then you have a credentials like a degree that you have studied any of the occupation, like is your core course in school, then you can use your educational transcript or certificate to apply for this job. All you need to make sure is that your education is in line with the job duties and responsibility. Take, for instance, you study farming, or you study maybe floriculture in school, and you want to apply to that without having a prior experience. Your educational credentials, your degree in floriculture can stand for you. in that case. And the second major change is that vulnerable foreign workers can now count the experience that they have obtained through the open work permit towards the eligibility criteria. The work experience in this route. Vulnerable workers are those that are being abused at work or face the risk of being abused at work. So in this case, the government of Canada allowed them to, to apply for open work permit and look for another employer where they can be safe. Where they can have a sane environment and work without fear. So that's not the gist for today. Now let's get back into the video. So if you belong to this category, then the work experience that you've gathered through the open work permit while you're in Canada can be used as eligible work experience in this route. Now let's move on to the main eligibility criteria to apply to this program. And the first is to get a valid job offer. A non-seasonal job offer, which must be a full-time and must belong to any of the three agri-based industry that I've mentioned above. And these are the meat production industry, the animal production industry, the greenhouse, and the mushroom production. You must also have 1 year full-time of work experience. Minimum education here is high school education. And for your language proficiency, you must have a minimum of CLB4, and this is Canadian language benchmark of just 4. And for foreign workers, you need to provide your ECA reports for them to know the level of your education as compared to the one we have here in Canada. You must also provide a proof of fund if you are applying from outside Canada. If you're applying from inside Canada, you do not need to provide a proof of fund. Part of the document to verify that you meet your work experience are a reference letter from your current boss. And also you need to also provide your current employment letter as well as the pay stub that is backdated to 6 months. Now, how do you apply to this program? To apply to this program, all you have to do is go to the IRCC website and download the complete application guides and begin to apply. Please, I'm going to leave a link in the description box where you can do that. Now, before running up on this program, I would like to give you a tip. And the tip is that the Agri-Food pilot program enables foreign workers to plan a long-term stay in Canada and eventually transition into permanent residence. Unlike the temporary foreign worker visa that would allow you to just work for some months and then go back to your country. So being a permanent resident of Canada, there's so many social benefit that you get to enjoy and with your family and live and work as permanent resident. So I'll encourage that you take that bold step today and put a good CV together and apply to this program if you have all the eligibility criteria. Getting a job in Canada can be really hard and it can be frustrating. I've been there, trust me. But what I can say is that with your hard work, your consistency, your dedication, and your energy, the positive vibe you have towards it will definitely make it come through at the end of the day. So what I can say is that there's definitely a tunnel, a light at the end of the tunnel. People from here and there keep saying that these jobs are not available, this and that, but I can tell you categorically, I know of some people that have actually gotten a job, and even right now, people are getting their work permit. So you don't have to sleep on any opportunities that you get to watch, either from my vlog or from my channel or other channel. Try to, spread your tentacles, apply to opportunities, and who knows, you might just get picked. You might just get you might get called at the end of the day, and then you begin your journey to Canada. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you've not, and I'll see you again very soon in my next video. Stay tuned. Back in the year 2020 and was supposed to run for 3 years, and now the program has now been been extended to May 2025, and it's planned to. So the first is that there is eligibility in